I'm going to show you how to put an insulating wrap on your bottle beehive for the summer to keep the bees comfortable inside and to protect it from the sun. We're going to use closed cell foam for our insulation, and the cheapest closed cell foam that I could find was this mat at Harbor Freight. This foam has an R value almost 4 times that of the softwood used in a Langstroth hive. I tested the water resistance of this mat by submerging it in water for a month. While the cut cells on the edges took on little bits of water, the mat basically remained waterproof. To attach the foam, we're going to use a 36-inch piece of hook and loop sew-on tape. I was able to find a package at my local Walmart for $1, but your mileage may vary. When the mat comes from Harbor Freight, it's rolled with the nubby side, the textured side, out. We'd prefer to have this in. The other thing is that from the foam being rolled so tightly for so long, it takes that shape and curls the wrong way. In order to get the best paint adhesion, we want our mat to be curled the proper way and approximately the right shape. So what I've done here is I wrapped this around one of my bottles and taped it and then let it sit for a few weeks. And so now when I take the tape off, this is going to have a natural tendency to resist that roll that it had from the factory. So now as I remove the tape from the roll, you can see that the foam is rolled in the correct direction and pretty accurately reflects the shape of the bottle, at least at the end where it was rolled. So now I can paint this outside and have less chance of the paint cracking due to the flex of the stuff.
Leave a like and subscribe.
The adhesive that I am using is 3M Super 77 and applying to both surfaces. You could also use a good contact cement. Be sure to do this step outside as the fumes are pretty intense. Here I am holding the hook and loop tape down with a little piece of doubled up tape, and it's quite windy outside, so I've had to tape a lot of things down. And whatever you do, make sure that you're putting the glue on the back side of the loop and hook tape, or you'll be making another trip to the store. Press the tape down firmly onto the mat and then let it dry for at least 24 hours at indoor temperatures. Flip the mat over, and on the opposite end of the mat on the textured side, repeat applying the loop and hook fastener. I think you'll get a slightly better adhesion if you use the fabric side of the tape on this surface, because you can force it to conform a little easier than you can with the stiffer part of the tape. Again, make sure that you are spraying the back side of the tape. Before painting, mask off an additional area on the smooth side of the mat so that you can put an additional strip of hook and loop tape for tightening the cover up during winter. In this case, I'm just using this ordinary interior Glidden Essentials paint. For those of you who've been following the channel for some time, you will find it exceptionally funny or ironic that when doing this, I couldn't find a paint stirring stick. I've apparently used them all up in the beehives. The easiest way to paint your mat is to wrap it around your bottle beehive with the smooth side out and pressing the hook and loop ends together. That's not what I did here, and it turned out to be much harder. Let the bottle hold the mat up for you. Okay, this is the summer wrap, and so we just set it down over our bottle, and there's a little bit of room in here, but you can see if we have a Thunderdome, this allows for ventilation along the side of the bottle. So what happens if you're not using a Thunderdome? In that case, we need to provide a protective top from the sun and the rain. That'll be covered in a next video where we build the top for the bottle.